left, or we are just leaving lovely Scalloway. There it is behind. And we're heading out down the channel. We've had 4 nights in Scalloway, which has been lovely. Really nice reset. No planning, no sailing, no work, just catching up on oh, my husband's making a face. He did hit work.
I was working.
Yeah, what we were doing was catching up on all our social media stuff, but all our millions of followers, for which we'd like to thank you all very much. We've had some really lovely comments. It's great knowing that you're following us, that you're with us and wishing us well. It's really great. Special mention to Alicia and Simon, who have definitely gone above and beyond in the commitment to friendship by sending us a screenshot, a photo of them watching us on their big telly. Anyway, another question from Jackie, who is amazing. She's definitely the girly swat of the class. And that is about which way we're going on our way back. Well, we're not quite on our way back yet. We are still going further north, which is very exciting, and the nights are getting shorter. It's amazing. You know, I get up to go at the loo at 1, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's not quite like daylight, but it's certainly not dark. Still hoping for some Northern Lights experience. Keeping everything crossed for that. So we're heading north today. We're in search of a swim spot, Papa Stour, and there should be some really great swimming there. And after that, we're going right the way around the top, so that we can say that we have been round the very north of the UK, round a place called Muckle Flugger, which you have to be really careful about. Muckle Flugger, and Outstack. So that, yes, we're going really north. And then on the way back, Jackie, we are in fact doing the west coast of the east coast of Ireland. Yeah, never eat shredded wheat. I've really got to get that sorted as a sailor. The east coast of Ireland, rather than coming down Wales. We did want to do the whole of Ireland. Our original trip did include that, but things have changed in the few years since COVID, and that I now have a mum living next door. We've got 2 grandchildren, so things are a little bit more complicated. So we're going to do Ireland as a separate trip, but we are going to Belfast and Dublin and round the bottom to Dungarvan, so that we can see my favourite cousin. And then we'll be on our way back home. And as a couple of you already said, it's all downhill after this, so it's going to be really easy sailing. It's all downhill, which is amazing. I just hope we don't go too fast, really. So that's it for this morning's update. There wasn't much to report from the weekend. A couple of photos, and the only incident we had was that we discovered we'd got a small puncture on the dinghy, which we hope has been mended. That was it, really. After our very eventful arrival in Scalloway, it's been a very uneventful departure, thank goodness. But it is very beautiful. Let me just turn you around so that you can see where we're coming from, and looking forward to more of this.
There are 2 really good anchorages on Papa Stour. The first of these is Hamnavoe. It's on the south side, and this is the track in. Basically, you go to the entrance of the little channel and then head 015 until you start to see the gap between the shoal areas opening up, and then you can turn into the anchorage and anchor anywhere. It gives good protection in any wind direction, so it's a great bolt hole. Let's have a look at what it looks like from the front of the boat. From the south, you basically just aim for the lowest point of the island, about midway along the island's profile. While it's a great bolt hole, we didn't feel going ashore in the tender would be particularly easy. We couldn't see any obvious sandy beaches or landing points. There is an old wreck of what looked like an old landing stage or a pier, but it's no longer usable. And so if you do want to go ashore, the other anchorage on Papa Stour is probably going to be better for you. And that other anchorage is also suitable in just about any summer weather. Housa is on the northeast side of the island, and it gives protection in just about all winds. It has got an unsurveyed area to the southeast approach, and so being a bit of a coward, I went around that. I simply followed the 30-metre contour until the entry to the bay opened up, and then helpfully there's a sector light in a small white box at the far end of the bay. Following that in keeps you clear of all obstructions. We had a forecast of winds from the east-southeast overnight, so I tucked into the southeast corner on sand in about 4 metres, and it was very, very comfortable. Holding was excellent. One handy cheat when anchoring is to rest your foot on top of the chain as you're backing away at idle reverse. You get a very even tempo while chain's unbunching from the seabed, but a dragging anchor gives a very uneven vibration, so you can really detect if the anchor's dragging even slightly. For a quieter night at anchor, I always like to take the load from the anchor on a rope. Just simply take the line around the outside of the rail, tie a rolling hitch within the chain locker onto the chain, and then pay out a bit more chain so that the rope now takes the weight off the cleat. What that does is unload the bow roller. It means that when you get a bit of a wash or wake in the night or any waves, it doesn't rattle the chain. I still put the chain hook on, but it's not really doing anything now, and so it's nice and quiet all night long. Well, I hope you found that interesting or useful, or even better, both. As always, please click like, click subscribe, click the bell icon. All of these things really help the channel to grow. Come back soon.